Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Saturday, March 8th, 2025, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ ORIONNWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got some MLB action this Saturday afternoon. The Seattle Mariners versus the Chicago Cubs. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 10 minutes. So let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into some Saturday afternoon spring training baseball. And the lineup is much better than yesterday's matchup. So I definitely think that, scoring those runs in the bottom of the ninth will carry over here today. And we're going to get more superstars playing in this matchup compared to yesterday. Even though they are going to blend a little bit of the youth movement, guys from the farm system with the starters, but it should be a good one here today. Let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get settled in for some baseball. And on the thumb, on the left, it's our superstar, J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez. And on the right, the Asian sensation, Seiya Suzuki. Let's go, baby. I am ready. Let's start it off with the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Natman in the building, Daniel in the building. What is good? Leading off for the Mariners in center field, Julio Rodriguez. Batting second, playing left field for the Mariners this afternoon, Randy Arozarena. Batting third, playing third base this year, Jorge Polanco. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, catching today for Seattle, Mitch Garver. Batting fifth, playing right field, Mitch Haniga. Batting sixth, playing first base for the Mariners, Rowdy Tellez. Batting seventh, DHing for Seattle, Austin Shenton. Batting eighth, playing shortstop for the M's, Leo Rivas. And batting ninth, the person I'm looking forward to watching the most here this afternoon, second baseman today, Cole Young. And he's going to have a very good opportunity with Colt Emerson as well as Lazaro Montes and Harry Ford to get called up this year. Can't wait to see what we get out of Cole Young offense and defensively here today. And on the mound, our best pitcher, top 10 overall in the entire MLB, Seattle's finest, Logan Gilbert. Let's go, Walter, baby. I'm ready. And now let's get into the starting lineups here for the home Chicago Cubs. And the games are being played at a different, location than yesterday's. This one is going to be at Sloan Park, as you can see with the background. Leading off for the Cubs in left field, Ian Happ. Batting second, playing right field, Seiya Suzuki. Batting third, DHing for Chicago, one of the best pickups in free agency in the entire MLB, the former Astro, one of my favorite players in the league overall, Kyle Tucker. It's going to be awesome to see him wearing those colors in Chicago. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, the former Mariner from last year. We're going to miss you. First baseman, Justin Turner. I see you, JT. Batting fifth, playing shortstop for the Cubs, Dansby Swanson. Batting sixth, playing third base for the Cubbies, Matt Shaw. Batting seventh, playing center field, Pete Crow Armstrong. Batting eighth, catching today for Chicago, Miguel Amaya. And batting ninth, playing second base, the former Yankee, John Berti. And on the mound for the Cubbies this afternoon, Matthew Boyd. Let's go Mariners. Auburn. Oh, nice. What's the score so far? Keep me updated on that. Sarah in the building. What's good? And I know it's, a little early. Obviously, it's noon for me. I've been up since, 7, 8 a.m. Got a nice walk in with the pup. And we're in Sloan Park in Mesa, Arizona. This lineup is much better than yesterday's. And again, to be able to get those runs in the bottom of the ninth should be able to carry over here today. And we get to be able to see a former Mariner in Justin Turner and one of my favorites in Kyle Tucker that is no longer on the Astros. That's definitely going to hurt their team, but it's going to benefit Chicago since they got rid of Cody Bellinger and brought in Tucker. I think, Bellinger is a good player, but I feel like Kyle Tucker is a little bit better. And again, we'll see what they can do with Happ, Suzuki, Tucker, Turner, Swanson here today. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us get to 20 within the first hour and a half so we can hit the algorithm. 30 to 50 overall if we get a little bit of help. And then obviously we'll be shooting for 100 in the donos on every single stream. I love me some afternoon baseball. And then as soon as this is over, I'm going to take Paisley on another walk, and then I'm going to watch the whole entire NASCAR Xfinity race there in Phoenix, which should be starting right around when this game is over. So that's going to be my plans for today. Spending time with Paisley, hoping the Mariners can find a way to win here today, watching some NASCAR racing after this is over. And then obviously tomorrow's stream will be around the same time as today, a little bit later, around 12:30 Pacific. And we're going to do NASCAR Cup Series there in Phoenix. And I'm definitely excited about that. Let's go. Let's go, baby. And I'm glad to be able to see more of kind of the starters in this particular lineup compared to the last one. But we'll see how it all kind of shakes out here today. Yeah, you already know what it is. Napa know-how. I'm hoping, and again, I'm just really proud of him, for considering to get spun out on the first lap and then go from the, third, fourth, all the way to the back. And then for somehow, some way finishing fourth, over guys that led the most laps, in the race overall with Busch and SVG. That was very impressive. I would have been happy with him, climbing back into maybe a top 10, for the simple fact though, that he got to fourth. That's mind blowing. And again, Chase has been very good this year, and hopefully we'll be able to add another win. And this one will be obviously for points and be official, since Bowman Gray was kind of the exhibition that they usually do right before the Daytona 500. And even though that doesn't count for points, it does count for confidence and swagger and being able to believe that you can get it done. And hopefully we can end up getting some dubs, obviously, for Chase Elliott this season. I need to see him in the winner's circle a couple times. Let's go, baby. Instead of the Julio jersey today, I'm rocking the vintage Ken Griffey Jr., back from the 90s. And hopefully we'll have a throwback performance here. This would be an amazing game. If I lived in Arizona, I definitely would be there. And again, the Cubs, always are a fun team to watch. I feel like, if you look at a team like the Yankees and Dodgers, there's going to be a lot of hate, based on their past history and how great both of those franchises have been in baseball. Now, the Cubs haven't won as much, as the Yankees or the Dodgers, right? But they still have that storied history. They have amazing colors, amazing uniforms. And again, they have kind of a nice, vibe, for baseball. And I always enjoy, to be able to watch Cubs games, being on WGN back in the day. My grandma that has passed away was a big Cub fan from back in the day. So anytime we would go over to their house and have a little lunch with the grandma and the grandpa, obviously the Cubs games would be on in the background there. And anytime I see the Cubs, I think of her and, think of a couple of my childhood friends growing up that were really big into the Cubs, like my boy Brad from back in the day, and definitely got me more up to speed with the Chicago culture, and definitely excited to see what we get here today. Matthew Boyd on the mound, 34 years old from Mercer Island, Washington, so a Northwest kid. 8th round pick, 6th round pick in 2013 from Oregon State by the Blue Jays. So he's got Northwest ties through and through from the Beavers, from Mercer Island, and he's got 10 MLB seasons with Toronto, Detroit, Seattle, Cleveland, and now Chicago. Let's go, baby. And leading off for the Mariners, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Batting second, left fielder Randy Arozarena. And batting third baseman, it's Jorge Polanco. Let's go, baby. And we got Logan Gilbert, our best pitcher on the mound for probably 2 or 3 innings. So, again, we have a really good lineup. We even got Cole Young at the end of it to be able to get a farm guy in the system. And here we go. First pitch to Julio in there for a strike looking, 0-1 count. Let's go, J-Rod. Pitches outside. Good eye by Julio. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch in the zone. Julio looking, being very patient. And I know Edgar Martinez is going to try to teach a lot of these guys to be a little bit more patient in the box. And again, that should improve batting averages at some point or another. And, right now, these are the 2 top scoring teams in spring training. Who would have thought, right? I don't know if anyone had the Cubs or the Mariners, up there at the top. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Julio. 1 away. That's all right, Julio. I still love you, my guy. Especially being, the team that struggled the most out of a batting average, batting around 200 to 220 all season. To see what the Mariners are able to do at this point is pretty exciting, and hopefully that'll carry over, obviously, into the regular season. First pitch to Randy Arozarena, outside, 1-0 count. Pitch is low and inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful day here in the Pacific Northwest. Beautiful day there in Arizona. The sun is shining, and I'm excited. Pitch is inside there by Boyd. 3 balls and no strikes. Keep a good eye on that baseball. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Randy. Pitch in there for a strike looking. 3 balls and 1 strike. Randy pops that one up into left field, fighting the sun, but comes down with it. 2 away. Nice pitch by Boyd to jam him. Next up is third baseman this season, which is probably the guy that we have the most concerns about, Jorge Polanco. Not really a third baseman type of player, but we'll see what he can do offensively and defensively this season. Again, it'll be interesting to see if Polo and Garver can be better than they were last year, because they definitely held us back. Boyd, pitch outside to Polo, 1 ball and no strikes. We're in the top of the first, 0-0 here in Arizona, spring training baseball, Mariners and Cubs. You can't get anything better than that besides Mariners, Dodgers, or maybe Mariners, Yankees. Let's go. Competitive matchup with Auburn and Alabama could definitely go either way. One pitch to Polo. Big swing and a miss. Behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chopper. Good defense. Swanson. Oh my. Throw to first. Got him. Dansby Swanson. Holy cow. What a great defensive play. My goodness. 3 up and 3 down. All right, next up for the Mariners, my guy Walter, our best pitcher, Logan Gilbert, should be the opening day starter. It would be crazy not to have anyone else but him start. And obviously George Kirby, might miss a week or two during the regular season. We got Bryce Miller, we got Brian Wu, we got Luis Castillo, and, we have to find someone better than Emerson Hancock that pitched yesterday to fill in for Kirby. But that might be who we have to be stuck with for a couple weeks. Leading off for the Cubbies, left fielder Ian Happ. Batting second, the Asian Persuasion, right fielder Seiya Suzuki. And batting third, the best player on the team, DHing today, Kyle Tucker. Can't wait to see what he does here for the Cubs, the former Astro. My favorite player that was on that team that wasn't really about the cheating, in their run. Obviously love Jeremy Pena over there as well. And obviously we know, Bregman has gone to the Red Sox. Altuve is still there with Yordan Alvarez. But like I said, I've been more of a kind of a Tucker Pena kind of guy. And we'll see what he does here this afternoon. Let's go M's, baby. Spring training baseball. Seiya looking good on the thumb, baby. That's a brand new image that I just got, obviously, this morning as well. I was hoping that it wasn't going to take me forever. I had a couple other images of him facing the other way, but I wanted to try to find something that looked a little bit cleaner on the thumb. So if you can have them kind of facing forward or facing each other, it looks a little bit better than them facing left or facing right on the thumb. Let's go, baby. Nice. And it was on early this morning, 9:30 a.m. It's kind of crazy. The Kraken only play good, and they only win when I'm not doing the stream. I swear to God, like every time I do a stream, they're terrible, and they get their ass kicked. But then when I don't do the game, that's when they actually play well. It's a damn shame, but I guess that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But, I would rather personally do, most of the time, baseball or NASCAR, over that. But again, we have to be able to do some filler streams with, some NHL action in the NBA. But I guess it really just comes down to how are the Kraken and the Blazers going to play? If they're going to play hard and play with effort, it's going to be more enjoyable. But if they keep getting their ass kicked over and over and over again, that's tough, and again, you can only put up with so much before, maybe your mental health will start getting affected. 1-1 pitch. Pitch is inside by Logan Gilbert. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nice. Cards one for you. You've had a little rough patch with the Cardinals, it seems like, in spring training. So hopefully getting a few dubs here before we get to the regular season will be good for you guys. Gilbert, 1-2 pitch. Pitch is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's go, baby. You the man. You are number 1. Can't wait to see Brian Wu and Bryce Miller catch up to you. And hopefully George Kirby will be, the Greg Maddux that we know that he is of this generation. And they have Logan and Kirby rated as top 10 pitchers overall by many writers going into the season. We're the only team actually in the entire MLB that's got 2 pitchers from the same team in the top 10 based off these rankings. And that may change as we get into the regular season. And then you got Bryce Miller and Brian Wu not that far behind. So pitch inside there to Happ, and we draw a walk, which is pretty rare for Logan right out of the gate. But again, it's spring training. I see you, Ian. Beautiful uniforms. Look at the color of the Cubs. The white pinstripes with the blue and the red. The little Cub on the shoulder piece there. It's a beautiful uniform. Even the blues look good. Next up, the Asian Persuasion, Seiya Suzuki. Let's see what this right fielder can do here today. Suzuki chops that one foul. Nice, beautiful souvenir there in Arizona in this spring training matchup between the Mariners and the Cubs. I always love this matchup. It's, like I said, it's one of my favorite. I feel like the Cubs are one of the most universally loved, teams in MLB. Like, unless you are in the division, and then obviously the rivalries, I get it. If you're in that division and it's usually very close between 3, 4, or 5 teams, right? Every single year, it's always kind of close. There's always a few teams that only have like a win or a loss separated. But I feel like if you look at the landscape overall, they don't really have a lot of haters. They're a really fun team to watch, regardless if it's your favorite team, or if it's a team that's on. But again, they have very good culture, great fans, and again, great uniforms. Absolutely beautiful. I would love to be able to visit, obviously, not necessarily Sloan Park, but this is where the game is being played. But I would love to go to Wrigley before, I die for sure. Suzuki chops that one foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, again, there's a reason why there's so many Cubs fans and Braves fans across the United States, for being on, WGN and, TBS, TNT back in the day. So, again, that gave an opportunity if you didn't have something local available that you could watch them. And there's definitely a lot of fans in a lot of different states that represent the Braves and Cubs for that single reason of having those broadcasts in the 80s and 90s. Full count to Seiya Suzuki. 39-35, close one. Still can win that in the second half. You knew that was going to be tough. Both teams could end up making a deep run. Gilbert, got him. There we go, baby. Logan Gilbert, give me that energy. Give me that fire. Give me that electricity, baby. Nice K on Seiya. See ya. Next up, my favorite player here on the Cubbies, besides JT Justin Turner, newly acquired. I'm going to miss ya. Kyle Tucker. Get yourself out of fucking Houston and the cheating allegations and make yourself a name here in Chicago. And again, he's fantastic. And again, I know Cubs fans are going to miss Bellinger to a certain degree, but I think Tucker is going to give you more offensively and defensively as long as he doesn't have any injuries. 289 average, 23 homers, 49 ribbies, and that was only in 78 games last year because he got hurt. I mean, his numbers would have been amazing. Pitch right down there in the middle for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the first, 0-0. Runner at first with Ian Happ with the walk. Let's see if we can end up getting out of this inning, possibly with a double play. Oh, I did too. I watched a lot of TBS and WGN, but not at my house because we were poor. I had to go to other people's houses. When I was growing up, it was, ABC, CBS, NBC, OPB, and Fox, and that was it. I only had 5 or 6 channels, but I had friends that would record games on cable, and then I would give them a VHS tape, and I did that for Raw, Nitro, and baseball games and sports in general. So that way that when everyone else was taking, games for granted and wrestling for granted, I made sure that as long as I had money to go buy blank tapes at like Buymart or wherever I could get them, that I would make sure that, I could end up watching what the main event was for that particular week or weekend. 3-1 count in the bottom of the first. Pitch in there for a strike. Nice pitch for Logan Gilbert. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kyle Tucker looking great in that uniform. Much better than the Houston colors, let me tell you. And it's like the perfect amount of red, white, and blue, Pitches outside, and Logan Gilbert walks Kyle Tucker. And it doesn't seem like it's like overly patriotic, like, USA, type of thing. It's like the right amount of blue, the right amount of white, not too much red, but just enough. And it really does come together perfectly. But the pinstripes, man, classic look, just like with the Yankees and their pinstripes. Cubs pinstripes is beautiful. All right, next up, you already know what it is. The former Mariner, first baseman, Justin Turner. And again, he pretty much has said everything that Cal Raleigh said the year before that, and every player that obviously is trying to be hushed. The Mariners, obviously ownership is cheap and, they're not spending money. They're just hoping that we overachieve. The farm guys, give them enough, since they didn't spend the money, and then we'll make the playoffs, just based off that and based off the Dan Wilson, Edgar Martinez, new manager, new hitting coaches. And, that's all fine and dandy, because it seems like we're either making the playoffs or we miss it by like a game or two. But if we can stay healthy, hopefully we can end up bringing in somebody, by the deadline, which we have been kind of active on that side in the last couple years. But, we'll see if we end up getting notable names like Randy Arozarena and Victor Robles prior to the deadline like last year, hopefully. I want playoffs this year. I want 90 wins. I'm not going to get greedy. And if we don't get 90, hopefully 88 or 89, because if you get any less than that, you're probably not getting into the wild card. It's going to be competitive in the American League. Little slow dribbler, force out at second. Got him. 2 away. Half to third. Runners on the corners. Next up, the defensive wizard, Dansby Swanson. One of the best defensive shortstops entire baseball, major leagues across the board, Dansby Swanson. He's very good. Big swing and a miss. Bottom of the first, runners on the corners at first and third with 2 outs. 0-1 pitch, big whiff on that pitch. Nice pitch by Logan. Big whiff by Dansby. Behind you the count 0-2. Let's go, Logan. Give him that fire and that energy, baby. Swanson in the box here. 0-2 pitch. Pitch is low and into the dirt. Nice job by Mitch Garver to make sure that doesn't get away from him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, a lot of breaking balls from Logan early on. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is high and out of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's close. You're only down by 4. You're almost there. Pitch is inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. How come there hasn't been any trucks races recently? I know last week was obviously off-road and whatnot, but how come there's no trucks race for Phoenix? Like, I need to see more trucks. I prefer it over the Xfinity series, but so be it. And right down the middle, got him. There we go. Swanson's complaining to the ump, but hey, that's electricity right there by Logan Gilbert getting us out of that inning. End of the first, they leave 2 stranded, and we're knotted up at 0. My boy. Let's go. Okay, good, because I was going to say I've been missing them. I need them. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you're in the room and haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. We're at 6, 4 more to go to get to 10, 14 more to go before the stream ends. I know we can hit that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just a huge fan, of the NASCAR in general. So it's like if I can get the trucks race in, even if it's on Friday, Xfinity on Saturday, and then the NASCAR Cup on Sunday, that's like perfect for me. But again, if they have to have the trucks first on a Saturday and then the Xfinity later, right afterwards, I'm okay with that setup as well. I mean, I got a lot of other things that I could end up watching, but I feel like my attention is always drawn towards that. I mean, unless like the Mariners are playing, of course. All right, see who's up next here for the Mariners. Next up for Seattle, catcher Mitch Garver, who actually has been playing pretty well in spring training. He hit a homer just a couple days ago. So we'll see if Mitch can keep that momentum going. And then batting after him, another Miach, Mitch Haniger, playing right field today. And then one of the newly acquired additions, a guy that can play DH or first base. He's just like a Carlos Santana, Mike Ford, or a Jared Vogelback that we've had in the past. He's a little thick, but we like it. Rowdy Tellez, baby. Let's go. It might be a home run or a strikeout, but we'll take it. Let's do it. Got to get that first one, and then we'll see where we go from there. Boyd and Mitch Garver. There we go. Again, Polo, we need you to step up, and I'm really cautious about you playing third. But Garver seems like he's kind of turned the page a little bit, and that confidence looks like it's back from when he was on the Rangers. And again, that's what we need. We need Garver from the Rangers, not Garver from last year that was getting threats online and whatnot. So, again, hopefully he's a little bit more settled in, and it looks like hopefully that'll carry over into the regular season. Nice job, Mitch. Next up, another Mitch, right fielder, Mitch Haniger. Now, Haniger is getting up there in age, and again, we don't really know how much playing time he's going to get. Seems like he'll be a guy that'll be a fill-in guy, maybe a guy that could play DH once in a while. But again, our outfield is pretty stacked, right? So for a guy that normally plays right field, you're the backup now. And let's be honest, Lazaro Montes at some point or another will probably be the backup, to Victor Robles that's going to be in right. Left field, right? You got who? Randy Arozarena. Center, J-Rod, Julio Rodriguez, and then right field, Victor Robles. I think we have the best outfield in baseball. And again, player for player, but we got to stay healthy. Haniger, 2-0 pitch from Boyd. Pitch on the corner. I don't know if that was a strike, but they called it a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Throw to first, and Garver is safe. Haniger gets a little piece of that all the way back to left field right before the warning track. There we go. Next up is Rowdy Tellez. Back. Gone! Are you kidding me? What'd I say? I told you, hey, he might be like an offensive lineman where they go for thick sixes, all right, instead of pick sixes. But Rowdy Tellez, I love this pickup. He's either going to get you a home run or a strikeout, and boom shakalaka, good fucking bye. Woo! Yes, sir. Let's go. Rowdy on that first pitch strike. Boyd, see you later. 2-0 Mariners. Yeah. Let's go. Way to bring that electricity, baby. We love you, Rowdy. Let's go. Hell yeah. Great start for the Mariners here. I told y'all that was going to carry over from last night when we got 4 in the 9th after being down 6-0. That shit is real. Momentum is real. And Rowdy Tellez, I love you, my guy. We love Jared Vogelback. We love Carlos Santana. We liked Mike Ford. And Rowdy is in that same kind of category based off body size and power in his swing. And he shows it off here this afternoon. Woo! Let's go. Next up, DHing for the Mariners, Austin Shenton. Now, I don't expect Austin to do the same thing, but I'll take that. Let's go. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, let's go. It's always cool to get like newbies on the team that actually are producing. Shenton drills that one into the bullpen there. Top of the second, 2-0 Mariners. Let's go, Austin. 1-2 pitch from Boyd to Shenton. Pitch is high and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a nice 2-0 lead here for the M's. Let's go, baby. Pitch is inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Chop that one foul. Come on, Shenton. I mean, this is going to be limited opportunities to be able to show that you can do something. Let's see what Austin can do. Nice Everett Aqua Sox photo. I like to sprinkle in a little bit of everything, with obviously these players. 3-2 pitch from Boyd. Chop that one foul. Shenton is battling. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It seems like they have a lot of criminals on the team. Again, some stuff is minor, but some stuff is major. But it just seems like a lot of their players, within the last 5 or 10 years are, used to getting in trouble with the law, which is not a very good look. And that is a walk. Okay. There we go. Next up, shortstop, Leo Rivas. Let's go, Leo. Pitch is high and outside. 1 ball and no strikes as we have a meeting with the pitcher and the catcher trying to get on the same page after we had a big rowdy Tellez 2-run homer, baby. Yeah, sounded like it was through like a family member or a family member's girlfriend or boyfriend, and I don't know if there was like a punches thrown and pushing and trying to choke somebody or whatever with their hands, but there's a time and a place to be able to have arguments and whatnot, but that's a little sad when it comes down to that. So pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. It's great to be able to have phenomenal athletes, on your squad. But again, if you get guys that have, everyone makes mistakes. It's not like everyone is perfect. We get it. But if you notice, certain, individuals seem to kind of go back, down this dark path of getting in trouble, and it becomes kind of a reoccurring theme. So, and you can definitely tell the people that, really love what they do, or if they're just getting paid and they're just an athlete and then they like to, party and do other things. That's why you got to have good evaluators at the top with the ownership and the GM and the coaches to be able to evaluate, what do we want? A player that's an athlete, but he might get in trouble, but he's an amazing athlete. Or get a guy that might not be as good of an athlete as that guy, but a guy that will work hard, never get in trouble, and is going to be a class act person on and off the field. And it's, a lot of GMs tend to go the other way, where they're just going to go for the freakish athlete and we'll take our chances until you take your chances and the guy gets arrested or goes to jail or gets suspended or booted off the team. Another walk. Runners at first and second, and we get my favorite guy in the lineup here, a newbie, a guy that I've been talking about for years, second baseman, Cole Young. And we should be able to get him to start over Dylan Moore at some point. I love Colt Emerson. I love Cole Young. We saw Lazaro Montes yesterday. I haven't been able to see Harry Ford yet on a stream game, but I've seen him, and hopefully we'll be able to do that as well. But obviously in this type of situation, hitting into double plays or not being able to move the guys over. I mean, again, he's still incredibly young, and it would not shock me. It's probably more likely for him to hit into a double play or get out rather than hit a 3-run homer here. But again, I do love his progression. Chopper. Uh-oh. Double play. Got him. And that's exactly what the Cubbies needed right there. A little S on my part, I guess. It's okay, Cole. Still love you, my guy. And nice job by Rowdy Tellez with that 2-run homer. That gave me the energy that I needed, baby. See who's up next here for the Cubbies in the bottom of the second. 2-0 Mariners. Next up for the Cubbies, third baseman Matt Shaw. Batting second in the 7-hole, center fielder Pete Crow Armstrong. What a name. What a look. And batting third in the 8-hole, catcher Miguel Amaya. Let's go Mariners. You demand, Rowdy. All right, let's go, Logan. Just waiting for the commercial break to end. And you never know when you're going to end up getting, top 10 phenoms. It might not come from a regular destination like a Michigan or an Arizona or California or Florida. It might come from somewhere like Stetson. And Logan Gilbert, you the man. Let's go, baby. Bottom of the second. 2-0 Mariners with a Rowdy Tellez 2-run blast in the previous inning. Next up, Matt Shaw. Let's go, Logan. 0-2 count from Gilbert to Shaw. 0-2 pitch. Chopper behind the plate. Foul. Count remains 0-2. Yeah, well, if you have to ask me if I'm doing WrestleMania, you don't know me very well. So I'll let the other mods handle questions like that. I mean, that is already a question that shouldn't have even been asked. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I mean, if you look at my library of all the things that I do, I mean, I do more here on the channel than any other streamer. So, of course I'm going to be doing WrestleMania. Why wouldn't I? Of course I am. Pitch outside of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I mean, if I've done like 2,400 live streams or videos since 2017 and it's 2025, that's like me working every day for like 6 years straight, 7 years straight. So, I'm always going to be grinding almost every day if I can. So, whatever the main event is for that particular day, I'm going to try to go after it. 2-2 pitch. Popped up behind the plate, foul. I mean, it's not like I'm one of those people that works once a week. Two pitch to Shaw in the zone. And they say that one is just outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Let's go, Logan. Get it done, baby. 3-2 pitch. Chopper. Right to short. Rivas to first. Got him to Rowdy Tellez. One away. Pete Crow Armstrong. Back. Gone. Oh my. You got the name and you got the skill set. Logan Gilbert gets taken deep by Pete Crow Armstrong. Oh my. Solo dinger. Now we're only up 2-1. Nice job by the Chicago Cubbies there, fighting back. Yeah, it's definitely going to be back and forth. You know, Alabama and Auburn hate each other, so. Oh, my. Pete Crow Armstrong says, see you later. Going back around 10 rows deep into the grass. And the Cubbies fans celebrate. Nice job, Pete. Wow, Grandma got the ball. Holy heck. Wow. Grandma sitting in the grass ended up getting that ball. She's got herself a souvenir. Wow. I don't think I've seen a grandma get a ball in a minute. You know, usually it's kids or aggravated adults, you know, or, you know, a lucky teenager that's got a mitt in the right spot. But for a grandma to get it, sweet Suvi. Next up is Miguel Amaya. I like his swagger. Got a cool name too. Got a cool look. He definitely gives them good vibes there in Chicago. Yeah, hit leaders. He's actually sitting. Let's see. He's got 10 hits, so he's in 1, 2. Or he's tied for third right now with about 4 or 5 other players. Naylor, Workman, himself, Cowles, for being third most hits in spring training Cactus League. So he's been wheeling and dealing. I like that. Not so much against the Mariners, but I like seeing guys break out like that. Yeah, beautiful swing by Pete Crow Armstrong. Next up here in the box is Miguel Amaya. Fouls that one off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Come on, Logan. Finish strong. Beautiful swing. And you know how I like lefties. I love lefties in sports, regardless if it's basketball, baseball, football, hockey. You know, lefties, just a very unique thing. Pitches outside. Back. Gone! Oh, my. Back-to-back homers for Pete Crow Armstrong and Miguel Amaya. I wouldn't have predicted that. Holy hell. Now we have a game that's knotted up at 2. I knew this was going to be a good one. Wow. And these are the 2 best hitting teams in spring training. Another reason why that even though it's an early start, that I was going to sacrifice a little bit of sleep and a little time with Paisley to do this, you know, early stream this Saturday afternoon, but it's living up to the billing. Wow, Amaya. You got a left-handed homer and a right-handed homer. Woo! Oh, my. Bye-bye. I don't like that for Logan whatsoever, but they're making it a game. Nice job by Pete Crow Armstrong and Miguel Amaya. A left-handed homer, smooth as hell, like Griffey swing. Miguel Amaya, a short, compact righty swing. And now we got the former Yankee John Bearty in the box. Hopefully he doesn't homer. Holy heck. But this is, you know, I think we deserve something like this based on how the game went yesterday. You know, we just, you know, it was pretty much the Michael Conforto show, right? We were down 6-0 and we got 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th, but it's nice to be able to actually get some production early on and in the middle and towards the end instead of just waiting to the very end of the game. And this one could definitely go either way, and I like the effort that I'm seeing. Pitchers, obviously getting roughed up is not ideal, especially Logan Gilbert, our ace, but, it happens. Pitch on the corner there for a strike, behind in the count 0-2. Oh, yeah, everyone loves Big Hurt. I remember when 90 Leaf came out when I was 8 years old. I tried to get his rookie card, but the packs were really expensive back then. It was one of the first packs that cost, like $4 or $5 a pack. Back when I was first growing up, you could get packs for 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, $2, and then maybe $2.50 at the most. And then when you started getting better products like Leaf, Stadium Club, and kind of the higher end stuff, the Upper Deck, then you started seeing packs go for $3, $4, $5 a pack. And back when I was a kid, I couldn't afford too many of those. So never ended up getting the Frank Thomas Leaf rookie, but it was something that I always kind of tried to get, as well as the Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card, which I ended up acquiring later when I got older. But I still don't own the Frank Thomas, but one day I will. Just have to decide if I want it graded or non-graded. Berti chops that one foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I appreciate that, Sarah. Every dollar counts. And we just want to get that first one out of the way. So thank you. Appreciate it. Sarah with a tour. What do you want to see for a photo? You got a Cardinal you want to be able to showcase? We're at 2 now. 98 to go. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack for me and Paisley Pup, as you can see. Bang. We're at 2. 98 to go. And, and again, getting that first one, will lead to the second one and the third one. And we'll see, any other OGs that may come through here on this Saturday afternoon. All right, Logan Gilbert, 53 pitches in, and they want to shut him down. So Logan Gilbert's day is over, and I wish it was a little bit more eventful, but hey, it's the Cubbies, right? You never know what you're going to get out of them, and not the most ideal, but hopefully we can still find a way to win this. Next up will be Ian Happ. Beautiful jerseys. Yeah. And obviously a notable Bo Jackson, going to Auburn as well. All right, Wilson Contreras. There he is. What up, Wilson? What do you think about those, the STL and the Lou? Do you like those, or are those ugly to you as a Cardinal fan? Do you like that, like alternative jersey, or is that a little bit too much with the birds on the front and the Lou and the STL? Is it too much of a gimmick thing, or do you love that? Everyone's got a kind of a different style, and obviously you got the birds there on the bat, on the front there, and the same type of aspect there as well. I mean, obviously the STL, St. Louis look there on the helmet might be a little bit more desirable than STL, written out like that. Obviously, the batting helmet looks better here than it does here, but yeah, Charles Barkley as well. Cole with a tour. Cole with $1. I appreciate that. We're at 5. 95 to go. Every dollar counts. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I got to go get Paisley dog food on Monday, and that alone is going to be like $80 to $83. So, and then again, like I mentioned yesterday, I got to take Paisley to the vet here in about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I assume that bill will be a couple hundred. So, go to first. And that ends the inning, end of the second, but we get some good home runs there by Rowdy Tellez and Pete Crow Armstrong and Miguel Amaya back-to-back to knock this up. What do you want to be able to see for photos, Cole? Let me know when I got you. Stacks on stacks, Rex on Rex, little cactus jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. We're at 5:95 to go. Oh, nice. 47-45. Nice. Yeah, if you want to give me a scoring update with maybe halfway through the second half when we have like 10 minutes to go. I got a scoreboard up here on my own too that I can kind of keep up as well. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Batting second, left fielder Randy Arozarena. And batting third baseman Jorge Polanco. Let's go Mariners. I tried 4 photos, and all of them are rejected until this one. I got a 5th photo finally went through, but it's only kind of a partial zoomed in photo. Let's go, Julio. Julio crushes that one foul. Let's see why that other ones I can end up finding for you, but beautiful color scheme there. Yeah, it's like I've done already like 10 options and almost all of them are rejected for whatever reason. Julio, there we go, all the way back to the wall. Go, go, go. Hell yeah. There we go, Julio Rodriguez with a double, baby. Yes, sir. Way to bring that electricity into the lineup, baby. Next up, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Top of the third with no outs. Great start. 0-1 pitch from Boyd to Arozarena, and he steps off the mound. But I got at least this one here for you. Appreciate you. Odin in the building. What's good, brother? Pitch is high and tight. 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's see if I can get you at least one more. Randy Arozarena with a double. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Bang. That's what I'm talking about. 3-2 Mariners. Fuck yeah. Julio with a double. Randy with a double. It's a double party, baby. Now let's see if Polo can do the same. 3-2 Mariners. Let's go. Appreciate you. Nice job, Randy. Crush the shit out of that baseball. All the way back to the wall. Let's go. Julio comes home. 3-2 M's. Now, what seems like it's kind of a regular occurrence now in this Triple H era where you're going to get belt changes, not just on PLEs, which is actually good. It gives you a reason to want to tune in on Raw, NXT, and SmackDown because you never know on any given week. Something crazy could happen and a belt could change hands. So I like it. Polo in the box. First pitch. Chops that one foul. Behind in the count 0-1. Let's go, Polo. How you doing today, Odin? I'm a little jealous of your Bray Wyatt and Vader figures that you got. Elite figures are undefeated. I love, old school and new school wrestling figures, especially the expensive ones. And those ones look awesome. Obviously, when you end up having good accessories that come with multiple hands, multiple belts, multiple shirts, or whatever it comes with, chair, microphone, all the other cool stuff. They definitely look awesome. Are you planning on taking them out of the box and posing them and like displaying them, or are you going to keep everything mint in box? Polo hopped up into center field. 1 away. And Randy Arozarena trying to tag up, sliding into third. Safe! Yeah! Let's go. Nice job by Randy Arozarena. I didn't know if he was going to make it there, but Polo hits it deep enough. Randy tagging up from second, safe at third. Let's go. 3-2 Mariners, top of the third with 1 out. Next up, a guy who's actually been hot. Never thought I would say that. Catcher, Mitch Garver. Let's go, Miach. Yeah, I was going to say with those, I would probably keep those in the box. Yeah. Garver takes a strike. Yeah, they're fucking badass. Boyd, 0-1 pitch. Garv pops that one up pretty deep. I think that we might be able to get a tag up here. 2 away. And Randy Arozarena sliding in, barely safe. 4-2 Mariners. And for the two teams that have scored the most runs and gotten the most hits, they're putting on a show here this Saturday afternoon. Nice job, Garv. Next up, Mitch Haniger. 4-2 Mariners. We got a 2-0 lead with Rowdy Tellez with a 2-run jack. And then obviously they went back-to-back with Pete Crow Armstrong and Miguel Amaya. But hey, we said we're not done. We're going to make sure that we're going to give everything that we got here in spring training. Next up is Mitch Haniga. It's very exciting to watch your team actually being able to hit. Everyone always talks about the Mariners pitching, but you don't really hear a whole lot of people talk about the hitting because we typically can't. And it's really cool to be able to see. And I get it. I know it's only spring training, but this is a good sign to come going into the regular. And hopefully some of these guys will carry over, some of their, hotness, at the, in the box and taking that into the regular season. We're going to fucking need it. Out in the building. Go Mariners. How are you? Top of the third, 4-2 M's. Popped up by Haniger. And this should be a routine play. All the baseballs have been hit deep. All the way into the back of the outfield there for the M's. And that one is caught. But not until after the Mariners put on a few more. 4-2 M's. Fuck yeah. Next up for the Cubbies, 0-for-1, right fielder, the Asian persuasion, Seiya Suzuki. What up, bro? Batting second, 0-for-0 with a walk, DHing the former Astro, Kyle Tucker. Stud. And batting third, 0-for-1, the former Blue Jay and Mariner. We miss you, Justin Turner. I see you, JT. Let's go, baby. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Help us be able to get to 20 before the game ends. 30 to 50 if we hit the algorithm. And we are at, 5? 95 to go to hit the goal. Let's go, baby. Four more to be able to get to 10. So if you are in the room and haven't done it, please do. Now we're at 7. 3 more to get to 10. Let's get there. Let's get to double digits. Yeah, have to make room for Lewis. Going from Mercedes to Ferrari, and someone had to go out. Yeah, hopefully things will work out. Uh-oh, Edward Bazardo is in. I don't know how I feel about that. 4.88 ERA last season. At the beginning of the season, he was absolutely fucking terrible. But then as the year went on, he got a little bit better, slightly, but not necessarily a guy that you have confidence in whatsoever. So we'll see what we get here out of Bazardo. We might have our 2-run lead disappear this inning. Pitches outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Odin, are you going to have your players stop getting arrested? What the hell is going on there with all the wide receivers and the players on the Chiefs? Seems like every season we have something that goes on with a wide receiver or a player. Crazy, man. Suzuki popped that one up on a 3-0 pitch, and that one goes foul. 3 balls and 1 strike. Bazardo to Seiya Suzuki. Shout out to George Kirby, shoulder inflammation. Get healthy, my guy. We're going to need you. Curious George. 3-1 pitch. Bazardo to Suzuki, and he walks him. Come on, Bazardo. Golly, leadoff walk? Holy hell. Next up is Kyle Tucker. With one swing, this could be tied. Yeah, weird, man. I don't know if it's just bad luck or whatnot, or the type of players, but seems like there's always something, I don't want to necessarily say drama, but there's always something kind of lurking, over the fan base, in the off season. But hopefully that'll be the only player that we hear about. Hopefully there's nothing else. But who knows? The off season is a long period of time. Hopefully we don't see anybody, have anything in the headlines in a negative aspect affecting the team. Misses that one. Behind in the count now, 0-2. Bizardo in the bottom of the third with a 4-2 lead. Kyle Tucker, the former Astro, my favorite player that was there besides Yordan Alvarez and Jeremy Pena. Tucker fouls that one off. Count remains still 0-2. Yeah, he's a hardcore fan. He's already going to know all the news. A lot of us in this room, all we do is read and watch film and keep up with all of our favorites and whatnot. I mean, it's very rare you're going to find someone that's a regular that doesn't actually put in the time, with teams and sports news. I mean, I don't expect anybody to be like me, where all you do is read and watch film, but there's not very many stories that slip through the cracks. Oh, wow, look at Wade Boggs from back in the day. Throwback. Pitch is low and out of the zone. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Bizardo to Kyle Tucker. Bottom of the third, 4-2 M's. Bizardo. Oh, shit. Back. And to the warning track. Oh, thank God. Caught by the Mariners. My goodness, that was close. Kyle Tucker flied out. Next up is JT, the former Mariner, Justin Turner. Turner, big swing and a miss. Turner's, obviously he had a little time with the Red Sox and whatnot, but obviously a guy that is very familiar with the blue and the white, with the Blue Jays, Mariners, now Cubs. Blue suits him well. Not that the red didn't for the Red Sox, but, and obviously with the Dodgers too. That's crazy to play with so many teams with blue. Like, he's literally playing with all the blue teams. Blue Jays, Mariners, Cubs, Dodgers, a little Red Sox for a short period of time, but not too long. Turner crushes that one. Foul behind in the count, 0-2. Turner crushes that one, foul. No, I mean, just because you're 40, 41, if you still got game and you're actually like a likable person that is not going to cause problems, yeah, you're still going to be able to have people that want you. And, I wouldn't have minded if we would have re-signed him, even at 40, 41 years old, like even if you end up being the oldest, everyday player, if you can still hit and defend and be, a good teammate, who wouldn't want that in their clubhouse? Turner, and he gets a hit. There you go. Age is just a number. For some people, Father Time is undefeated, and certain people that spend millions of dollars and have that great genetics like LeBron James. Hell, LeBron looks like he could play until he's fucking 50, but again, who knows how long he will. But for Justin Turner, he's not LeBron James. He doesn't spend all that kind of money, on his body and his diet and everything like LeBron does. Obviously, LeBron's got a little bit more money in the bank account, but nice for JT to get a little base knock here against the M's. I see you, Turner. I'm going to miss you. Next up, a defensive juggernaut, shortstop Dansby Swanson. Yeah, but LeBron's is different than Tom Brady. Tom Brady, never ever looked like LeBron James, based off, again, and they all have, money, and again, with Tom, it was more about diet, exercise, and film. With LeBron, it's more, just genetic freak. He's got a good, basketball IQ. Everyone knows that. But, if you already have great genes and you're built like, a basketball god, and then you have millions of dollars you can spend, on, all the different techniques to heal the body and whatnot. Dansby with another hit. Bases loaded now. Pizzardo, you're shit. Next up, third baseman, Matt Shaw. I don't think anyone is going to say, oh, LeBron's longevity is because of his intelligence. I don't think anyone's going to say that. But for Brady, that was a big part of it. Knowing where to throw and to be able to get rid of the football, not being a guy that is a scrambling quarterback, and being accurate, but again, watching the film and putting in more work than anybody else. There's a reason why, and they're not, they're both GOATs, in their respective sports, but they're not on the same level. Brady is higher than LeBron. LeBron is a good all-around player, but he ain't Jordan or Kobe. Two-0 pitch. Pizzardo pitches inside. 3-0 count. Holy fuck, we're about to lose this game. It's based off Pizzardo being in there. Holy hell, whose decision was it to put in this motherfucker? Christ. Bottom of the third, bases loaded, only one out. We need a double play bad. Pizzardo right down the middle. I didn't think he actually could pitch strikes. There's a strike, finally. 3 balls and 1 strike to Shaw. Don't get any ideas, Matt. And Pizzardo with the walk. You dummy. Christ, 4-3. And the guy that you don't want to see up next, the guy that got the home run started for the Cubs, Pete Crow Armstrong. Great name, great look, and a guy that is very hot here in spring training in the Cactus League. Yeah, but you never would see Pizzardo pitching this early in the game. Pizzardo is normally a guy that if he did pitch, he would be pitching in the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, something of that nature, not in the fucking 3rd inning. Yeah, Garrett Cole. Seiya Suzuki comes home, and now one of their studs with a very beautiful left-handed swing, Pete Crow Armstrong. With one swing, this could end up being 7-4. Got to be careful here. I had a lot of friends in the neighborhood that got me onto the Cubs early. I got a couple old starting lineups of Sandberg and Grace and George Bell and a few of those guys from back in that era in the late 80s, early 90s. Last season, 237 average and 10 home runs for Pete Crow Armstrong, but he's definitely locked in. 1-for-1 with a run and an RBI so far here today. Bizzardo giving him the heat right off the gates. Behind in the count 0-1. Jacob in the building, what's good? Bottom of the third, Mariners up 4-3 in a great one. Top two scoring teams in spring training going at each other. That one chopped foul. Nice pitch by Bizzardo. Never thought I would say that. Now behind in the count 0-2. Uh-oh, back. I called it. Gone. Grand salami. Holy fuck. Bizzardo, you're terrible. I knew it. This guy has been hot. And again, he's extending his hot streak. Holy fuck. Nice job. Holy hell. That's why you don't have a guy like Bizzardo in the goddamn third inning. Jesus Christ. Pete Crow Armstrong really doing the business. Solo homer early in the game, and then now a grand salami. Wow. I had a feeling that it was going to be something like that. Back. Goodbye. My, oh my. Pete Crow Armstrong. I see you. Cactus League superstar. 2 homers in the game. We talk about like the Mariners starting pitching, right? But again, if you get bullpen work like that, you're fucked. Nice job by Pete. He's got stars all over his head. He's got his hair all blonded up and looking like Eminem, and he's got stars all over the place. Because guess what? He is one. Sometimes I wish my ESP was wrong. It's like when you come up with predictions that you have a feeling that are going to happen, but you hope you're wrong. Like in that case, I was hoping that wasn't going to happen, but I kind of felt it was. And there it is. Nice job. And then next up is Miguel Amaya, who hit a home run with Pete Crow Armstrong just recently. So he might be able to go for 2 home runs. Pete Crow Armstrong is straight electricity. Megan in the building. How are you? Nice job, Pete. I'll give you love. I'm not a hater. You demand. Next up is Miguel Amaya, who ended up hitting a home run earlier, 1-for-1 with a run and an RBI. But as long as we get Bizzardo out of there, we should be able to hopefully get back into the mix of things. Now we got Morgan in, who doesn't have a whole lot of experience. This could be equally bad, but, we'll see. Byron won the qualifying. Amaya. And that's a base hit. Fuck. Next up, the former Yankee second baseman, John Berti. Unbelievable. There's a reason why these are the two, best hitting teams in spring training overall. And I knew that this could be a pretty good one, but man, 11 runs already? We're only in the third. I mean, I definitely had to wake up extra early to get prepared for this one, but I'm glad I did. We're at 5, 95 to go. It always seems like the Kraken always do well when we don't stream them, and they end up winning. We'll take it. It's like hopefully when we end up streaming them, they can actually play good, and they can actually win when we do a game. Oh, God. And another hit. Jeez. Shows you if you have shitty pitching, you get rocked. Berti with a hit in the 9-hole. And now we're all the way back up to the top of the order. Left fielder Ian Happ, 0 for 1 with a base on ball. But that may change. Hell, it might be 10-4 here in just a moment. Odin says, I'm still here, brother. That's my brother. Brother. Pitches inside. 1-0 count from Morgan to Happ. Pitch. Pitch is low and outside. 2 balls and no strikes. The announcers even said it. Gosh, it's only the third inning. 11 runs already. Oh for 1 with a walk earlier in the game for Happ. Pitches inside. God, these pitchers are terrible. Like after Logan Gilbert, can't we have someone better than one of our worst relievers from last year in Bizzardo? And then now you're bringing in Morgan, who has no experience and is terrible also? Gosh. I want this game to be like at least somewhat close, and it's starting to get away from us now. 3-0 count. That one chop foul. Can anybody throw strikes after Logan Gilbert? Jesus. You looking like Deadpool after your injury? 3-1 pitch. And that one dribbles foul towards third base. Count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, he's a sleeper player, you know, for a leadoff hitter. He's not going to be like one of the best in Major League Baseball. But again, he's like one of those guys, if you take him for granted, every once in a while, he'll hurt you. Wow. Punch out on Happ. We'll take it. We fucking need one. Next up, the Asian sensation right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. First pitch to Suzuki in there for a strike. 0-1 count. 65-58. And remember what I told you before. It's better to lose games now before dropping them into the tournament, but you got to be able to figure shit out. We're getting close now. Suzuki, double play, force out at second. We only needed 1 out there. Got him. There we go. End of the third inning. We don't really necessarily stop the bleeding, but 7-4 Cubs. But on the bright side, the guy that hit a 2-run blast for us might be able to go for another home run, just like Pete Crow Armstrong, 1 for 1 with a 2-run blast, starting off our inning in the top of the 4th, Rowdy Tellez. Batting second, 0 for 0 with a walk, DHing Austin Shenton. And batting third, again, 0 for 0 with a walk, Leo Rivas. Let's go, Rowdy. Fucking A, we're going to need you. Down 3. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Auburn. Broom is nice. You got a few nice players over there. Ooh, 65-62. Let's go, Netman. Let's go. Definitely the best matchup, number 1 versus number 7 this Saturday afternoon. Duke, North Carolina after your game, but obviously North Carolina isn't as good as they used to be. They're 20-11 this season. They don't get the recruiting like they used to. Duke is 27-3. And you know what's funny? All 3 of their losses, I think I ended up doing on stream. They just had tough opponents and whatnot. But Cooper Flag is always must-see TV, you know, if you like college hoops. I mean, that's where I started doing, you know, some college hoops streams early in the season because I want to evaluate the potential superstars that are going to be coming in next year. Oh, top of the 4th, 7-4 Cubs. I mean, we definitely got our money's worth here today, and we'll see if we can find a way to come back. Our pitching needs to be better. And let's go Rowdy. Rowdy takes a strike. Tellez chops that one towards first base, foul. I love lefties. Did he foul that one off his foot? Oh, shit, he did. Uh-oh. Didn't look like it really hit him square, but still. Anytime you get a deflection off a pitch that's 90 to 100, and then it hits the bat, and then the ball goes from there right down to your foot. Not ideal. 1 for 1 with a 2-run blast, behind in the count 0-2, which is not looking good here. And the starting pitcher for the Cubs is still fucking in. I mean, there's, we're on like our 3rd guy, and obviously the 2nd and 3rd guy were ass, and they're still with Boyd, who started this game. And then big swing and a miss. Down goes Rowdy. 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, DHing Austin Shenton. Let's go, Austin. Yeah, absolutely. Takes a strike, behind in the count 0-1. Pitches low and inside. Good eye by Shenton. 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the top of the 4th. 11 runs combined already. Instead of us being down 6-0 in the bottom of the 9th and rifling off 4 runs, we lost. But the Mariner Moose, he was definitely showing his presence yesterday. But now we've dug ourselves into another hole with shitty pitching after Logan Gilbert. And I don't know if we're going to be able to come back. I think we will still be able to get some hits and hopefully manufacture another home run or a couple RBIs. But if our pitching stays the way that it is, the Cubs are going to get to like fucking 10 to 15 runs before this game is over. That one chopped foul by Shenton. Count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Let's go, baby. Boyd. Pitches low and into the dirt. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one chopped foul. Good effort by Shenton. He has been battling on every at-bat. And again, he's not going to be on our main roster. So again, anytime you can get some experience out of some of the farm guys, it's exciting to see if they can find a way to, be an offensive threat or a defensive threat rather than a liability. Pitches low and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Shenton. They're in the Everett Aqua Sox uniform. Boyd Did he hit him? What did that deflect off the bat? I thought that might have hit his elbow. Ump is saying that hit the bat. Let's look again. Oh, the bottom of the bat. Wow, that was close. 3-2 pitch. Boyd smoked him. Nice punch out there by Boyd. Pete Crow Armstrong, I see what you do on offense, and that might be the last pitch for Boyd. I think he's coming out. All right, pitching change now. All right, commercial break as we wait to see who they bring in. Next up for the Mariners, shortstop Leo Rivas. And then hopefully we can get to Cole Young as well. One of our farm superstars. All right, take care, Odin. All right, so it looks like the Xfinity race is going to start at 2:19 my time. That'll probably be right at the end of this game. I'm going to have to eat lunch, take Paisley for a long walk, and then get settled in for a night of racing. Anything else notable that's going to be worth giving a damn later today? Let's look. Lakers Celtics later today. That'll actually be decent. You know, even if you aren't really a basketball fan, that one would be worth watching, or at least seeing what's going on in the highlights on your social media. I'll probably tune in, and I'm not going to watch the whole game, of course, but if I'm already watching the Xfinity race, and then that ends up getting kind of towards the end, that looks like that would actually be worth checking up on. Lakers and Celtics are both in second place at the moment, and we could possibly end up seeing that matchup. And then obviously the Kraken played earlier this morning at 9:30, beat the Flyers 4-1. Nice for them to get a dub when I'm not streaming, but would be awesome if they were able to get a dub while I am streaming. Well, I guess that's what I'm doing then later on today. NASCAR Xfinity Series in Phoenix in about an hour, and then later on tonight at 5:30 Pacific, Lakers Celtics. Rivas, that one chopped foul, and they're bringing in Miller now for the Cubs. Take it easy, Odin. My brother from another mother. Let's go, Leo. Pitches inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. We're in the top of the fourth, 7-4 Cubs. 2 away. Big swing and a miss. I'm going to have to take a look at the injury report, too, to see if everyone's healthy for the Lakers and the Celtics as well. Pitch is low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hopefully everyone is healthy for both teams, so that way it's actually worth a damn, even though a lot of the NBA matchups aren't. But that one actually, is worth tuning into. Luka, LeBron, Reeves, Tatum, Brown. I don't know if you're going to get Porzingis in there. But they got the Celtics as a heavy favorite at home. They say LeBron is a game-time decision like Luka. Well, they better fucking play. As well as Jackson Hayes. Hachimura obviously is out until the 10th, more than likely. And Kleber out for a month. And let's look. Drew Holiday, Sam Hauser, and Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Peterson, all game time decisions. So hopefully those guys play too. So then if you get Holiday, Porzingis, Brown, Tatum, going against LeBron and Luka and Austin Reeves, yeah, that actually could be something fun to watch, which is pretty rare to say fun and the NBA in the same sentence. But that matchup and the history with Magic and Bird, for people that are a little bit older like me and Sarah, we have fond memories of that rivalry back in the day when it was actually worthwhile, right? Robert Parrish, Kevin McHale, Larry Bird, Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, right? Obviously Byron Scott, James Worthy, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the old school era. All right, let's go to the bottom of the fourth. Let's see who's up next here for the Cubbies. Next up for the Cubs, DHing Kyle Tucker, the former Astro. Love this pickup for them, especially since they lost Cody Bellinger to the Yankees. That's obviously a must-need. Batting second, the former Mariner, the former Blue Jay, the former Dodger, the former Red Sox, Justin Turner. Let's go, JT. And batting third, shortstop, Dansby Swanson, a defensive juggernaut and gem. Very good. Ooh, tied up at 69. How much time left? I think the Guardians have a very good chance of making the playoffs again. You guys are probably in a better position than we are, but again, if our hitting is like this, oh God, Taylor Saucedo, oh my God, are we kidding me? You're going to give me the two worst with Bizzardo and Sauce against the Cubs? I get it, it's spring training, and then you bring in a nobody name? Oh gosh, hold your breath here. 5:25 left. Hopefully Auburn can get that dub. Holy hell, to go from Bizzardo to Sauce? No thank you. Come on, Sauce. Pitches outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Can't afford for Tucker to go yard, but we'll see. If the pitching is going to be that bad, and it shows you how important mid-relievers really are. It's like after your starting pitcher, who might be a top 10 pitcher like Logan Gilbert, but if he gets roughed up and then he has to go out, you better pray that you got guys that can hold it down, and don't give up a lot. Otherwise, if you got mid-relievers that are terrible, it's not going to matter if your starting pitching is top 10 or top 5 or top 3 if they have a game where they get roughed up. Got to have a good closer. You got to have a good setup man in the 8th. Got to have good pitchers to come in relief in the 6th and the 7th. And then you got to make sure that you got guys in the 3rd and 4th and 5th that, like, emergency, just in case if your guy gets fucked up like Logan Gilbert did today, that you don't have guys like fucking Bizzardo and Sauce that you have to bring in. That's a recipe for fucking disaster. And there's a walk. You suck, Sauce. Next up is Justin Turner. All right, come on, baby. We need a double play. I don't give a shit anything. We needed some kind of fucking luck here. First pitch from Sauce to JT. Inside, 1-0 count. Pitch from Sauce to JT. Dribbler. Oh, here we go. Get him at second. Go for 2. Bang! Double play. There we go. That's what we needed. Sorry, JT, but we needed that. Next up, shortstop Dansby Swanson. Sauce is definitely a sigh of relief there to get that double play. 1 for 2 with a single and a run for Dansby. Last season batting .242, 16 homers in 2024. First pitch is inside at the knees. 1-0 count. Shit, that might go down to overtime. 1-0 pitch. That one chop foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. We needed that desperately. Kind of unfortunate when you get like the 2 shittiest guys in relief to come in the same game, but hopefully Sauce can find a way to get out of this with some cheap ground ball outs or pop-ups. Luckily, we got a double play. And, with him in a double play, he'll probably be able to get out of this inning. I hope. One-two pitch. Popped up. Behind the plate foul. Live at Sloan Park in Arizona. 13 turnovers. How many points have you guys got off those turnovers? 1-2 pitch. Oh. Dansby. Line drive into the outfield. Julio is there. There we go. All right, let's go to the 5th inning. Top of the 5th, leading off, second baseman, phenom in the farm system, Cole Young. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a run in the K, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, Julio. This will probably be your last at-bat. And batting third, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. And then after this particular inning, you should start seeing some more of the backups come in for both teams. 15 off the turnovers. All right, I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to turn it on here. So I'll be able to watch with you here. All right, I got the game on. I'll watch with you. Broom with the timeout. And I'm not going to go out of my way to watch too much college hoops, but I definitely, if I wasn't watching the Mariners right now, I would have watched this game for sure. Especially number 1 versus number 7. We're getting close to March Madness, so you got to see, who's playing well when it matters the most as we're going into the tourney. But I like Broom, and again, I was able to do a stream or 2 of Auburn earlier in the year, and I got a chance to see him, obviously do what he does for the Auburn Tigers. Yeah, smart move to call the timeout. You got to maximize every possession. All right, they're in a commercial. Top of the 5th, 7-4 Cubs. Young crushed that one foul. Let's go, Cole. That one pop foul. Tyson Miller on the mound. One of my favorites, Cole Young in the farm system, just trying to get some playing time with some of these starters. And again, some guys are still going to need another year or 2 before they get called up, but definitely excited to see which guys will get the opportunity. Little slow dribbler, throw to first, got him. 1 away. Next up for the Mariners, 1 for 2 with a run into K, Julio Rodriguez. And again, if we have any chance of coming back into this game, obviously getting our superstars before they get replaced, this would be a great time for Julio to do something here. And I'm not going to get greedy and say Trident's up and he's got to hit a homer, but that would be amazing if he could. Pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. We're in the top of the 5th. 7-4 Cubs. The top 2 scoring teams in spring training overall out of 30 teams in the MLB are playing here today. And for the Cubs to be there, not surprised, but for the Mariners, to be one of the worst hitting teams and to be in the top 2, that's a big improvement. It shows you Edgar Martinez and Dan Wilson and company, we're trying to figure it out. I mean, instead of being like the 29th or 30th, team in hitting, hell, if we were 15th last year, we could have made the World Series. I mean, especially with our pitching staff, we just need to find a way. Being a top 5 hitting team or top 10, that's a dream. But if we can just get into the upper half and be like 15th, that could end up leading to a deep run for the Mariners with our pitching staff if we stay healthy. Big swing and a miss, off balance swing by Julio. Seen that before. 2 away. Come on, J-Rod. Next up, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Crowds are rocking. Bama and Auburn. Big swing and a miss by Arozarena behind in the count 0-1. 7-4 Cubbies, top of the 5th. Nobody on. Miller on the mound, Arozarena in the box. Let's go, Randy. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bama up by 1 with about 2 minutes to go. Randy. Nice base knock. Here we go. Right past the second baseman. There we go, baby. Nice job, Randy Arozarena. Next up is third baseman Jorge Polanco. You got to make those free throws. Brick that first one bad. Second free throw good. Pitch right down the middle for a strike from Miller to Polo. Behind in the count 0-1. Golly, only 1 for 3 in the free throw line. It's going to be hard to win against Bama if you're only going 1 for fucking 3. Jesus Christ. Got to be better than that. Big swing and a miss for Polo behind in the count 0-2. Oh, my. Little hook shot there by Bama. Up by 2. Grant Nelson. He got lucky there. Ugly shot there. Come on, Auburn. Open 3. In and out, no good. Turnover, Auburn. Don't let that game slip away. Top of the 5th, 7-4 Cubbies. 2 outs. Miller on the mound. Polanco in the box. Pitch is high. Check swing. He did not go around. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Polo! Back! Gone! You got to be kidding me. Let's go. Trident's up. Jorge Polanco with a 2-run blast. 7-6 Cubs. Let's go. Oh, my. I wasn't expecting that. Let's go. Nice job, Polo. You know, for a guy that got criticized pretty heavily last season, even though he was injured supposedly, him and Mitch Garver have been playing much better here in 2025. Let's go. Less than a minute to go. Knotted up at 79 for Auburn and Alabama. Let's go. We're in it, baby. Nice job, Polo. Next up is Mitch Garver. Man, this game is getting crazy. Pitches outside. 1-0 count. Johnny Broom. Commercial break there for Auburn and Alabama. Takes a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. And I like this fight by the Mariners, you know, where obviously the pitchers coming in after Logan Gilbert with Bizzardo and Sauce, not the greatest, you know, but again, nice to be able to see those bats that normally, you know, we just write off like they're not going to do anything. And we're actually getting some pretty good production, you know, singles, doubles, and most importantly, home runs. And not all of them are just like solo home runs. We're getting home runs to be like 2-run home runs, like with Rowdy Tellez and Jorge Polanco. My guy. Big swing and a miss, and down goes Mitch Garver, but not after Polo gets us in good position, maybe at his very last at-bat in this game, because they start making substitutions here. Nice job, Polo. I haven't said that since last season, and it was pretty rare. Let's see who's up next here in the bottom of the 5th for the Cubbies. I imagine they're hungry to try to get to 10 runs before this game's over. Next up for the Cubs, 0 for 1 with a run, RBI, and a base on ball. Third baseman, Matt Shaw. 2 for 2. 2 home runs. Pete Crow Armstrong. Not only 1 home run, a solo shot, but a grand salami on top of that. Can he go for 3 home runs? Wouldn't surprise me. And batting third, 2 for 2 with a home run. Catcher, Miguel Amaya. Holy hell. Yeah, OT, 79-79. But again, if Auburn made their free throws at the end, you guys would have won by probably 1 or 2. You know, only making 1 free throw out of 3 killed you guys right there. That's not just a single moment, but you know what I'm saying? Like, free throws add up. And if you just would have made the free throws, you probably would have won by 1 or 2. Broom biting his jersey, a la Kobe Bryant from back in the day. And hopefully he'll be the factor in OT to get you the victory. So that little kid that ended up getting the MLB debut autograph 1-of-1 patch of Skeens ended up getting a Gem Mint 10 auto grade 10, and it's already more than $500,000, and there's still a lot of time before the auction ends. The Skeens rookie, remember they tried giving like a Skeens autograph and season tickets to the Pirates, but this kid got it in California. You could sit in a suite with Livy Dunn. I don't think that they realize that the card is going to go for like $1 million. And that's wild to think that you could end up having your life changed based off a baseball card. But man, that kid is going to be set up, and his family is going to be set up for quite some time. $1 million card, Paul Skeens. Incredible. And again, it's over 500,000 already with the bids, and there's still a shitload of time. So I imagine it's going to go for $1 million to $2 million probably. That's crazy. But also getting an autograph grade 10, PSA 10, that helps with the grading too. 7-6 Cubs. 81-79 Auburn. Come on, baby. We got a new pitcher in here for the Mariners, thank God. I don't know if it'll be better, though. Nico Mina going against Shaw here. No taters. Only taters I like are tater tots. I can't have any homers. 81-81 Auburn, Bama. Pitches outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, it's going to be like the highest modern day card value out of any card in a long, long time. There was another card that Skeens ended up, going on auction for over like $100,000. But this one is like they only make an MLB, debut patch card. They make one, based off that jersey. They cut it up. They put that little piece in the card. He autographs it, and it's a 1-of-1. So there's not going to be any other one like it. That's why Skeens wanted it. Every player wants their MLB patch debut card. Every player wants it. And a lot of them are going for big bucks. Like even no-name players, are going for thousands of dollars. So imagine getting a Skeens, life changed. 7-6 Cubbies, bottom of the 5th. And Pete Crow Armstrong, 2 for 2, 2 home runs, a solo dinger, as well as a grand salami. Don't get any ideas. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike for Pete Crow Armstrong, who's been the MVP of the game so far today. It shows you how lowball the offer was that the Pirates tried to offer. I mean, even if it's like season tickets for 30 years, you get to meet Livy Dunn, you get a couple autographs. It's not going to equal $1 million, 83-83 Auburn and Alabama for college hoops. Number 1 Auburn, number 7 Bama, and both of these teams are going to have a great shot to make it to the Final Four this year. Fun to watch. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and Ligo Mina actually strikes out Pete Crow Armstrong. You kidding me? Oh my. Next up, Miguel Amaya, who ended up hitting a home run. Hopefully we can knock him down as well. 85-83 Bama. All right, commercial break for Auburn and Bama. They're up by 2. Now, Miguel Amaya already had a homer today. Let's keep it at just 1. What do you say? Pitches outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Crazy. We're already 2 hours in and we're only in the 5th. Well, we're about to get to the 6th here, so. Popped up. Amaya. Julio's there. Got it. There we go. All right, next up for the Mariners, 0 for 2 right fielder Mitch Haniger. Batting second, 1 for 2 with a run, 2 RBIs, a 2-run blast, and a K, Rowdy Tellez. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K, DHing Austin Shenton. Come on, Mariners. We're only down by 1. Let's go. Yeah, great pitching. We finally had a no-name guy come in and actually pitch well. Not like Bizzardo or fucking Stoss actually did pretty good, but Bizzardo was terrible. 85-83 Bama with less than 2 minutes to go in overtime. Who wants it more? Like, sub, donate, comment, share. You haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Any like, any share, any sub is greatly appreciated. We need 1 more like to get to 10. If you're in the room and haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Now we're at 10. 10 more to go to hit the goal. Oh, big 3. Oh, my. Johnny Broome, 31 points, 1 for 3 from deep, and that was the time to make a three. 86-85, Tigers. 3 in return, airballed, but Alabama gets the offensive rebound. Another 3, another offensive rebound, and a putback and good. Holy heck. Auburn, can you box out? Jesus. 87-86, Bama. Grant Nelson again. Well, this one's going to go down to the wire. Might be double overtime. Broome needs to figure out his form. He puts his shots, kind of weird looking. It's one thing to shoot it like that from deep, but when you're like 5-10 feet away from the basket, have a little bit of touch instead of shot putting the basketball. Come on, Johnny, you're better than that. But that's the way he shoots. That's his form. And we got a foul called. Top of the 6th. Brazier versus Haniger. Haniger pops up. And that's into right field, 1 away. Next up is first baseman Rowdy Tellez. 2-run blast. Let's add to that. And if Bama wins this game, it's going to be because of Nelson and his efforts in the fourth quarter and overtime. His hustle to get that offensive board. Free throw is good. 88-86, Bama. Brazier, 0-1 pitch to Tellez. Big swing and a miss, finding the count, 0-2. Come on, Rowdy, be patient. Big boy. 89-86 Bama, up by 3 with 30 seconds to go. Off the glass and good. That was a smart decision not to try to go for a 3, because if you miss it, the game's over. So, again, if you make it, it's tied, but you have more to lose if you miss. They decide to go for 2 off the glass. Pettiford, that was smart. Tellez popped up. Dansby is there, 2 away. Next up is Austin Shenton. Brazier, throw to Shenton. He chops that one and crushes it foul, behind the count 0-1. Could come down to whoever makes most of their free throws here late. Yeah, he's just like Mike Ford and Vogelback. Same type of size, a little bit thicker. But they all have something in common, being all lefties. It's kind of the thing that we're looking for. Vogelback, Mike Ford, and now with Tellez. It's funny. It's like anytime we end up having a big guy that hurts us, we end up signing him. But I'll take it. I like him. Four-court press from Auburn. They almost got the steal, but they get the foul on the reach-in. 30 seconds to go. Bama, I think, going to the line. Shenton. Line drive towards first base, foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Brazier to Shenton. 7-6 Cubbies in a good spring training matchup game. The best you could have asked for in spring training, if you ask me. Shenton battling, chops that one foul. Kind of feels like Auburn's going to lose this, if I'm being honest. They're on their heels in this game, but we'll find out. Free throws are everything here. Free throw is good. 90-88 Bama. Pitch is high. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Brazier to Shenton. Payoff pitch. Got him. Oh, my. I don't know about that. That looked outside to me, but 1-2-3 inning. Auburn down by 3 with 20 seconds to go. They're going to be forced to shoot for a 3 now. Deep 3. Them in and out, no good. Offensive board. Another 3. Corner 3. And good. They got it. Oh, my. 91-91. Now Bama's got the ball with 14 seconds left. Great offensive rebound there to give them another chance. Auburn not done yet. Oh, wow. What a game. And if I wasn't doing the Mariner game, I might have done this game for sure. Wow. Elbow 3, no good. Hustles to his rebound, passes it off, gets another 3-point in the corner, and it's good. Auburn incredibly lucky there. $14 seconds left, so obviously plenty of time for Alabama to score and win. But if you're Auburn, play good defense, go to double overtime, and clean up some of those mistakes, make the free throws, and maybe you win. Yeah, well, more than likely, you're not going to get the turnover with 14 seconds. You know, you just got to pray for a good defense and a brick. And then go into that second overtime and, go at them, make your free throws, and win the game. I mean, they don't got anybody that can guard Broome. They got nobody that can guard Johnny. I just wish that his form up close was a little bit better. Like when he tries to shoot those, floaters, he straight shot puts it. And I guess if you time the angle right, it'll go in, but it definitely isn't pretty looking. 7 hits, 7 runs, no errors for the Cubs. 6 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Mariners. Wow, Cactus League record in this game here today. Cubs and Mariners. That's crazy. All right, Garcia now is in for the Mariners. Wow, Cactus League record. Crazy. John Berti, former Yankee in the box. All right, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And good! I don't know if he got it in before the buzzer, but it looks like Alabama just won at the buzzer. Wow! Kind of had a feeling. We'll see if that ends up counting or not, but that might have been good. Floater at the buzzer. Bama 93, Auburn 91, but they're reviewing it. Berti with a base knock. It was close. I mean, he did. Yeah, they won. He got it off with .3. That's game over. He did just before. Wow, big win for Alabama. But again, better to get those losses now than in the tourney. There is not an untouchable team in college basketball this year. Anybody can beat anyone. And he got that off with .3. And he sits there with the Randy Arozarena pose at the end. And again, that's why it's so important to make free throws. And when you had the 3 free throw opportunity, if you would have made, 3 out of 3, then maybe you would have won and it wouldn't have even went to overtime. So it shows you there's definitely things that you need to improve if you want to be able to make it not only to the Elite 8, the Final 4 in the championship game. You got to be better in those categories, especially against good teams like Bama. Bottom of the 6th, runner at first with 1 out, throw to first. See Suzuki in the box. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Last season, 283 batting average, 21 home runs, and 73 ribbies with an OPS of 848. Suzuki. No relation to Ichiro. And I got the Xfinity race just right around the corner. Life is good. Sorry about your loss, Nat Man, but again, like I told you, better to be able to get those losses now rather than in the tourney when you get knocked out. You know, and you want to try to make it to the Final Four. Garcia, Seiya Suzuki, the Asian sensation, back, gone! Oh, Seiya, see ya, goodbye! 9-6 Cubs. Wow. And there's a reason why this is the, record-breaking attendance in any spring training game ever, right here. And you got the two highest scoring teams in spring training this year, Cubs being one, Mariners another, surprising. And just like that, another home run by the Cubbies. I knew this was going to be a great game to do. Shit, Xfinity going green already? Holy fuck. All right, I got to get it pulled up here. Give me a sec. Man, ain't no party like a home run party because a home run party don't stop. Okay. All right, I got it. And I like CW's broadcasting element. Even though that it's different from like Fox and NBC, they have everything on the bottom of the screen, not on the left of the screen. And again, I feel like they've done a pretty good job for because CW is known for, kind of teen shows and whatnot. It's not necessarily a big network. And so for them to be on CW, I'm pretty impressed. And I like kind of the change up from NBC and Fox. Obviously I prefer trucks over Xfinity, but again, it'll give you a preview of what the track is going to look like tomorrow. And you may have some of the full-time drivers participating in this race. Not a lot, usually only like one or two, but we'll have to see how it all goes down. I got it on now. Thank you for giving me the heads up. I didn't think it was going to go green until like another 15 minutes from now. So thank you for that. Tucker, little slow dribbler, throw to first, 2 away. Next up, first baseman Justin Turner. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Fucking love racing. Like I'm so happy that racing is almost year round and baseball, regular season is right around the corner because, it's like I get my NFL college football fix in the fall and then obviously into winter. But then in spring and summer, I need something to hold me over until we get back to football season. And I love racing. I love NASCAR and I love the MLB. Throw to first. Got him. Seiya Suzuki doing the damage. Seiya saying see ya to that baseball. Cubs leading 9-6. Let's go to the top of the 7th. Bowman, Creed, Gray. And I saw that Alex Bowman has got a really cool car with dogs on it for the NASCAR Cup Series race. I love when you end up doing kind of like, I love regular paint schemes the best. And every once in a while, you'll do an alternate sponsor. And sometimes they're good, sometimes they're ugly. But anytime you can end up having something with dogs on it, supporting, whatever cause that Bowman is for this weekend, it's pretty cool. Reflect in the building. What's good? Man, this broke a record for attendance in spring training. And, we were having crazy home runs. We started off the game with Rowdy Tellez with a 2-run blast, which was good. And then right after that, Pete Crow Armstrong hit a home run, who's been very hot. And then Miguel Amaya, right after him, hit a home run to tie it up at 2. We've seen Seiya Suzuki go for a 2-run blast as well. It's been pretty crazy so far. I knew it was going to be good, but to give you a quick update, Tellez homered to center in the second, 2-0 Mariners. Crow, Armstrong, and Amaya back-to-back in the second, 2-2. Then Arozarena doubled to right. Julio scored 3-2 M's. Garver hit a sac fly to right. Arozarena scored 4-2 M's. Shaw walked. Suzuki scored. Swanson to second. Turner to third. 4-3 Mariners. Crow Armstrong with a grand salami. 7-4 Cubs. Polo homered on the right side. 7-6 Cubs. And then Seiya Suzuki homered to left just recently. 9-6 Cubs. So, I mean, we've been able to get some pretty good production, out of Rowdy Tellez, Randy Arozarena, Jorge Polanco, Seiya Suzuki, as well as Pete Crow Armstrong and Miguel Amaya. So, again, I had a feeling that we would play better today, and we haven't really seen any of the young guys except for Cole Young, and he has struggled a little bit, which is kind of understandable. But he's really the only one as far as like the young guys that is playing. I mean, we got Austin Shenton, who's been battling at his at-bats. Leo Rivas, who we remember from last year. And really the only farm guy is Cole Young. We haven't seen Emerson or Harry Ford or Lazaro Montes, who played yesterday. So, but it's been entertaining to say the least. But the only shitty thing is that Bizzardo came in after Logan Gilbert and just stunk it up and killed it for us. And then they brought in Sauce, and he was a little shaky too. So, obviously you don't really want to see Sauce or Bizzardo, in the game in like the 3rd, 4th, or 5th inning. But this is spring training. And but other than that, we're battling. And these are the top 2 scoring teams with runs and hits. And it's showing. And hopefully this will carry over for the Cubs and Mariners into the regular season. So, but it's cool to actually see us score. Even if it's in spring training, like we're actually putting up runs and hits and being competitive. And that's all we ever wanted. So, and here he is, Cole Young. Great timing. Let's go, baby. And it feels like Colt Emerson is a little bit, feels like he's a little bit more developed than Young. And, I don't know on the pecking order, where we're going to go, but Colt might be 1 with Montes, Lazaro Montes 2, and then maybe Harry Ford 3, and then Young maybe 4th. So it's still got some ways to go, but I don't think you're going to see, probably Ford or Young, but maybe we can get Montes and Emerson up, this season, but we'll see, unless we have someone else that they have an eye on. Yeah, Bizzardo was terrible at the beginning of the year, but he got a little bit better as the year went on. His ERA was close to 5 for the season, but he was slightly better, at the end. I agree, but he definitely was not very good today. Oh, nice. Well, most people come in here and they say hello, not, so what do you want to talk about? That's pretty aggressive, bro. Yeah, most people say, hey, how are you doing? How is everyone? What do you want to talk about? Is that where you're at today? Chief in the building. What's good? He's got the memo. What do you want to talk about? No hello or how everyone's doing. What do you want to talk about? It's like a wrestling promo coming out of Matt already on Saturday. Pitches outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the 7th, 9-6 Cubbies. And we got the NASCAR Xfinity race here on at the same time. Alabama beating Auburn in overtime for college men's. Auburn ranked number 1, Bama 7. And they had a big upset there. Pitches outside for Merriweather to Taylor. Samad Taylor in the box for the first time. Chief with a $5. Yeah, bro, we were talking about that today. It seems like you guys always have drama, with a receiver or somebody on the team. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little cactus jack, bang, bang. Nice job by Samad Taylor there. Nice double, baby. Appreciate you. Nice job, baby. Yeah. Well, again, with the Seahawks, they haven't had a bad team since 2009. So I feel like this is going to be a rude awakening for them. And if they feel like Sam Darnold is going to cure all those problems, yeah, that might be better than Kirk Cousins, but they're going to be in for a rude awakening, because again, the Niners obviously had a lot of injuries, and now, Debo's on the Commanders, but they still have enough talent to be a pretty good team to win 10 games, or slightly, maybe a little bit more, depending on what happens. Rams are obviously in a pretty good position, as always, there as well. Now the Seahawks might be on the kind of the Cardinal level rather than being on the Ram and the Niner level. But, if you're thinking Sam Darnold is going to be the savior, I think Hawk fans are going to be wishing that Geno, DK, and Lockett were still there, and again, it shows you, if you end up putting the right pieces together, with Carroll and Chip Kelly, things are going to fall into place. And then if you end up hiring the wrong people, Kubiak, things are going to go backwards, and that's where it's kind of looking for them. 9-6 Cubbies. Let's go to the bottom of the 7. I mean, anytime you end up getting an individual that has racist tendencies, whether it be baseball or someone like Hulk Hogan in wrestling, it's not a good look. That shit follows you forever. And, there's no place for that. But unfortunately, some people are very ignorant and stupid that, that they use that type of belief, and it definitely is not respected in any form, shape, or way. Reflect with the $5. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. A little cactus jack, bang, bang. Appreciate you. Yeah, us here in the Pacific Northwest, we were assuming that Pete was going to get him and whatnot. Because, again, if you think that you want to go for a guy that's in his late 20s rather than someone that's in their mid-30s, again, that's fine. But it's, I think it worked out because, Geno and Pete are going to work great together. And now Seattle is going to, find out when you make the wrong decisions that this is going to be the first time where you're going to have regret. And, and if DK ends up getting moved on, I'm not sure if I have belief, based on who they have at owner, GM, head coach, and coordinators, that they're going to be able to, they seem like they're going in the Cardinal direction rather than going in the Ram Niner direction. So we'll see where it goes. But again, Hawks fans have been a little spoiled since 2009. And, if it, plays out kind of how I think, they might finish in 3rd this year. Hell, they might finish in 4th this year, depending on what happens with the Cardinals. But we'll see. Right. That's a good question. If there's a team dumb enough to give a 1st and a 3rd for him, then, there you go. But, obviously, he could be a player that could help a team for sure, but again, it really depends on how much money that the deal is going to be for and what kind of compensation that you're going to have to get. So. Yeah, no shape in any form. Russ will be coming to fucking Vegas. No chance in hell. 0. Popped up. There we go. 1 away. Arroyo with that nice catch. Fleming to Shaw in their first strike. 0-1 count. Bottom of the seventh, 9-6 Cubbies. Little flip. There we go. 2 away. That would be a good fit, you know. I mean, I would rather have Khalil Mack than Bosa for Tampa, you know, if that was an option for us. But I'm just happy that Levante David's coming back. And again, anytime you can end up having a career like Derek Brooks, that puts you very high in my book for Tampa lore and being an icon. Popped up. Lopez. And there we go. Go to the top of the 8th inning, 9-6 Cubbies. Oh, Lazaro Montes in right field. Ooh, baby. Locklear at first base. Ooh, baby. Arroyo at second base. Ooh, baby. Fleming relieved Garcia. We're starting to get some substitutions here. And we're going to be able to see Lazaro Montes hit. Yeah, baby, I like that. At some point before this game is up, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, if you want Vegas to be shitty and you want Pete to get fired, you would bring in someone like Russ, but Gino can actually help that team, you know, get to 10 wins. So, you know, it may take a year or two, but, you know, there's no universe that you would be choosing Russ over Gino. We got the Xfinity race on, Bowman leading. Almirola, they're in second. Live on CW, we're in the top of the 8th, 9-6 Cubs. Like, sub, donate, comment, share. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, please do. Try to get as many as we possibly can here before the stream ends. We're at 10. We need 10 more to go. So if you are in the room and haven't done it yet, please do. Now we're at 11. 9 more to go to hit 20. All right, Williamson in the box. Williamson, dribbler, go to first. Oh, Harry Ford sighting. Here we go. I've been waiting all day for this. I didn't know if we were going to get Harry Ford or Lazaro Montes. Harry Ford, back, gone! Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Yes, now next up, Lazaro Montes, another guy that I like. Yeah, baby! You are the king! Let's go! Hell yeah! You kidding me? Let's go, baby. 9-7 Cubs. Let's go. Let's go. I think Mariner Moose needs to make an appearance now. Big homer for Harry Ford. Beautiful. Let's go. My guy, you are the king. Crush the fuck out of that baseball. Nice job, Harry. Get him some goddamn playing time. Lots of action here today. Let's go. Next up, Lazaro Montes. Another stud. I mean, we were down 6-0 in the bottom of the ninth and rifled off 4 with the help of the Mariner Moose. But obviously, we started off 2-0 in this game. But I knew it was going to be probably a decent scoring game. I didn't know if it was going to get up to this point, but there's a reason why we're the 2 highest scoring teams in spring training, and we're definitely continuing that trend here today. Good job, Harry. You the man, baby. Got a pitching change now. See if Lazaro Montes can help us get back into this game as well. Bring that electricity, Montes. Merriweather out. Zach Lee in. First pitch to Lazaro Montes in there for a strike. Top of the 8th, 9-7 Cubs. Right. I have a link if you want to watch it. And it's got all kinds of racing on there. Never will give you a virus. You can watch it on your computer or your phone. It's a very reliable one. So, yeah, I have the CW app on my phone as well. But yeah, they're not going to show it there. But you either have cable or I do have a link. That one chopped foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But if you want it, like I said, it covers a lot of different things on there, and it doesn't really do what some of the other streaming links have. This one is usually once in a while it'll have like UFC, hockey, NHRA, NASCAR, AMA, Supercross. It's usually like racing with sometimes hockey stream links in there a little bit, but not too much. But there's never really like basketball or baseball or football on there, and they're very reliable. So, depending on if you want that, let me know. 2 away. Down goes Montes. Next up is Tyler Locklear. Locklear pops up. Perez is there. And that is out number 3. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. Cubbies up by 2. It's okay, Tyler. I still like him. It'll be him and Luke Raley at first this year. Next up for the Cubbies, McGuire, Lopez, and Cowles as we go to the bottom of the 8th. fuck, man. Hopefully he resigns. But again, you know, you have to take in consideration the money that's owed, and then also coming off a season-ending injury. If you have an ACL, PCL, MCL, like, you know, he's in one of those special kind of categories where he's loved in Tampa. Like, you know, like the fans love him, you know, the organization loves him, the owner loves him, the GM loves him with Lick. Like, everyone loves Chris. Like, you know, we don't want him to go, but it is a business. So depending on the money, that might be the only reason why, as well as the, you know, concern for the leg and the health. But, you know, I mean, I would rather have Godwin than grabbing, like, you know, like a Cooper Kupp obviously could be like a guy that could replace Godwin, but we already have McMillan, you know, from the Huskies that could be the two, but we definitely need another receiver for Baker to keep baking. So I would rather have Godwin back, but we'll wait and see. We got Levante back for 1 year. It looks like he'll retire a Buccaneer, which makes me very happy. Definitely puts him higher up my list with like guys like Derek Brooks and Rondé Barber and Mike Allstott that played only with Tampa and no one else. But we'll wait and see. Now, Godwin to the Raiders could be a possibility. I mean, any team, you know, obviously that has watched Chris Godwin over the years knows how good he is. And, you know, coming back from the injury at this point of his career kind of stinks. But I still think that he could be a top, you know, 20 receiver in the league, top 20, top 30. You know, if everything goes back to being the player that he was, then he could be a, you know, fringe top 15 receiver and, you know, with some top 10 ability, you know, and top 10 games from time to time. So, but we'll see. Fleming on the mound. Pitches outside. 1-0 count. Popped up foul. 1 ball and 1 strike to Alcantara. Yeah, but there'll be a lot of teams, you know, looking at him, Patriots and a few others. But like I said, it's not going to be because Chris Godwin isn't a good human being on and off the field. It's just really going to come down to money and, you know, and then his overall health with that injury and whatnot. So I would love to have him back, but the signs are kind of pointing that he'll probably be on a new team this year. Especially with the, you know, great play from McMillan. Now, if McMillan struggled, then maybe that would be a better chance of bringing Godwin back. But since McMillan played so well, you know, I think that Godwin's days with the Bucs is probably over, which makes me a little sad. Ben Cowell's in the box now. Bottom of the 8th, 9-7 Cubs. 0-1 pitch from Fleming to Cowles. Big swing and a miss behind the count 0-2. Knoxville Smokies, what a name. 0-2 pitch from Fleming to Cowles. Pitches outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I don't know because it just went to commercial. Popped up. And that is foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Fleming to Cowles in the bottom of the 8th. Could be huge, especially if they do draft Genty, you know. He would look good in the uniform. It would give you flashes of like Bo Jackson and Josh Jacobs all over again. End of the 8th inning. We're going to the top of the 9th. 9-7 Cubs. Let's go, baby. Yeah, Genty. Raiders. Staley, 3 years, 60 mil. All right, last opportunity. Cade Horton making his debut. Done in the box, pinch hitting. Come on, baby. We need a little bit of Moose magic now. Dunn flies out at center. Oh, we get Emerson playing. Yes, I was hoping that we would get almost all of our farm guys, you know, Young, Emerson, Ford, and Montez, and this is the first game where I've actually got to see all of them. Awesome. Good defense there by the Cubbies. Next up is Colt Emerson. Let's go. The J.P. Crawford replacement when the time is right. Back. Gone! Yes! Let's go! You got to be kidding me. Mariner Moose. That's my guy. Harry Ford. He's the king. He can hit a home run. Colt says, hey, Cole Young, if you're not going to do it, I'll do it, baby. Oh, baby. Farm guys coming up big. The king is here. Lazaro, I see you. Mariner Moose, you're lively. Let's go. Let's go. Gone. 9-8 Cubbies. What a game. Let's go, baby. I love seeing the farm guys, you know, produce. Again, we've been talking about these guys for the last 2 or 3 years. What a comeback. I mean, we might not win, but holy heck. Let's go. Too bad we didn't have somebody on right there, and then we could have tied it up. But even if we end up losing 9-8, I mean, hell of an effort, especially with these, you know, young farm guys. Let's go. Love it. We just need Cole Young to catch up to the other 3. And Arroyo is out. Two away. All right, our last opportunity, Samad Taylor. And again, every once in a while, he'll be able to give you some electricity and do something crazy like hit a home run. Can he possibly tie this game up? Top of the ninth, 2 outs, 9-8. Cubbies. Samad is 1 for 1. Come on, baby. I mean, we got to figure out second, short, and third. And Lazaro Montes will play right field for the Victor Robles backup. Harry Ford can be the backup catcher to Cal and Garv and DH. And obviously with Colt Emerson and Cole Young, that's like second base and short. So obviously JP Crawford and Dylan Moore, you're hanging on for dear life. And we definitely need somebody better than Polo at third. But Garv and Polo have played pretty good in spring training. Hopefully that'll carry over. And Samad Taylor grounds out to second, and that is the game. But a hell of an effort by our team. And again, these are the two highest scoring teams in spring training overall out of all 30, the Mariners and the Cubs. And, we definitely flashed there at the end. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot, out of some of these guys, especially being as young as they are. But it's always nice when you can get a little bit of a surprise from guys like Colt Emerson or a Lazaro Montes or a guy like Harry Ford. Well, I got to eat lunch and take care of Paisley since it's been a couple hours and watch this Xfinity race. Tomorrow we'll be live at 12:30 Pacific for the NASCAR Cup Series Phoenix race. So come through and hang out with your boy if you have a chance. Awesome to be able to see the youngsters get some hits and home runs and actually really helping the team trying to win. So I love you guys and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Have a good rest of your guys' Saturday. And I got one question for you. Talk sports like us, your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatic, and I'm out. Okay.